In news, my lovely, wonderful people, Femi Falana faults CBN for failure to obey court order, says this must stop over the old Naira notes. In case you are not aware, you'll be shocked to find out that the things which we thought, that are now being put in order or in place in this country is only a figment of our imagination. Nothing has changed. The court gave a directive that CBN governor or the CBN should not do anything with regards to the old Naira notes until such a time that the court decides to say when the collection of the old Naira notes will stop. Guess what? We woke up to the news that Emefiele said the old Naira note has ceased to be a legal tender since February the 10th as directed by the CBN. So when you look at it, there are all kinds of reasons why things are the way they are. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Femi Falana, human rights lawyer, says the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, was wrong for not obeying an order of the Supreme Court suspending the implementation of the federal 10th deadline on the old Naira notes. Ruling on an Apex Part application brought by three states, Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara, the Supreme Court on February the 8th restrained the CBN from giving effect to the deadline on the use of the old Naira. Abubakar Malami, Attorney General of the Federation, who is the sole representative in the suit, has also filed a preliminary objection challenging the decision of the court to entertain the matter. However, Malami said the federal government would obey the order of the court in line with the rule of law. Despite the assurance to comply with the order, some commercial banks, filling stations, traders have stopped accepting the old Naira note from customers. In an interview with Channels Television on Tuesday, Falana said CBN had a responsibility to direct commercial banks to comply with the order of the court. In a country where the rule of law operates, once the Supreme Court has determined a matter or given an order, it is expected that all are sundry, everyone will comply with the order. In this instance, the government was not really ready to comply with the order, only deceitfully. A statement was credited to the central bank that says since it was not a party to the case, it is not going to comply with the order. I thought that could only happen in Banana Republic. But currently now in Nigeria, we can see things quite differently. This is terrible. None of this should be happening in a country. This only happens in Banana Republic. Because as it stands right now, things are quite different. Things are not the same they should be. Except the central bank have a statement that follows the order of the Supreme Court. All actions are seen on the 15th, should be prepared to be seen on the 15th of February. I think the plaintiffs will have to take up this in court. It said the CBN and its governor cannot refuse to obey the court order on the excuse that it is not a party in the suit. When the court in Abuja grants an order that Godwin Obaseki is not arrested, he wasn't a party to the suit, Falana said, when he ran to the use of some proxies to file an action against the Central Bank Board in Delta State, preventing the bank from moving against him from participating in politics. It wasn't a party, so people can not pick and choose which order they will obey. Nigeria today, things have turned from black to pink. There is no color description. The senior advocate of Nigeria added that CBN is indicting the public against central bank despite not distributing sufficient funds. Unfortunately, the central bank appears to have incited the public against the bank because people now troop to the bank, he said. Let the public know how much you have released to each bank so that they can also ask them to ask that you justify what you did with the money. You said you were having naira change, but you were not prepared for what you were doing. On the base of security, you left people guessing, making allegations, counter allegations here and there. He said, although the policy is supposed to be a good strategy to curb vote buying, it was not well thought about or prepared in order for truth to be manifested. And so it is, instead of a blessing, it is now something else totally. There was no commitment to learn and to be able to tell people the truth. It looks and it seems like there are a set of bunch of confused people, but the central bank cannot go against the rule of law, as this is not accepted. This is not a banana republic. We cannot continue to allow such people to have their way in a place or in a nation where there are rule of law. Nobody obeys this anymore. This is no longer supposed to be. At this point in time, Nigerians should be able to authenticate and rise up to what is right, not allowing some people to pick and choose what parts of the law they will obey and what part they will not obey. This is not right. This is not acceptable. And we'll make sure we do all we can to ensure that the arm of government judiciary is respected like it should. Femi Falana, you have spoken very well as a senior advocate of Nigeria. However, sir, I would like to put it to you that is your people, okay, some senior advocates who works in Supreme Court that have also crushed the system, so much so that justice is now to the highest bidder, and so there is no longer regard for the rule of law. If you go to meet this lawyer, it is the same statement. You go to meet that lawyer, there is a code of conduct of truth, honesty, and sincerity. I don't think the government will pick and choose in terms of everybody standing together as one and defending the cause of the nation of nature, saying this is accepted, this is not accepted. But you go to some judge right now, some matters that have been done and dusted, settled, another lawyer will tell you that we overturn that judgment. That's why somebody can file one case here and another state is saying another thing. People now use the law to satisfy their own personal thing. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's see what you think with regards to what is going on today. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. From us is bye for now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.